Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys the SH Figuarts Obi-Wan Kenobi from episode 2. I'm sorry his package is so shiny. I have the window open behind me to help with the light, but in terms of with the shiny packaging, it does not help. It's actually snowing. I wonder if you can tell. Maybe. You can see the snow on the ground, but it's actually currently falling, which is always a big deal over here in parts of Oklahoma and Texas because it doesn't ever get that cold. Well, it gets cold, but it never really snows, so... Anyways, I am super excited to review this guy. I really like the Figuarts line. They're just kind of expensive, which is why I'm like really picky. I have 3. I have episode 1 Obi-Wan as well, so episode 2 will be cool. And I don't think they've made an episode 3, but he comes with lots of different accessories, which I'll make sure to show you. And then a very nice, small, simple packaging with a very large window view of the box. And then some unreadables down here, and then some different poses you can put him in. Again, it's like really foily, so it's hard to kind of see, but yep, there he is. And I got him for Christmas, so I didn't actually have to buy him myself, but I think he's a fantastic figure. So I'm gonna open him up and give you guys a closer look. Alrighty, so I do have him opened up, and I do want to note that he has lots of hand options, but I'm gonna actually just take a picture of those so you can see him better than holding up all the different hand positions. I'll also post a couple pictures with him in poses so you can kind of see the different options. But I did get out some of the bigger accessories. First off, here is Obi-Wan. And I think overall he's pretty cool. Bandai kind of has their own way of doing figures. It's a little bit different from Hasbro. They are not quite as, I guess, action-packed. Well, they are more action-packed. What I'd say is they're not as playable as Black Series figures, but you can kind of rough and tough, and these pieces will fall apart after a while. They are definitely collector pieces versus play toys. So with that being said, keep that in mind. But they do the articulation a little bit differently, which helps the figures get into a little bit better posing. And so I guess I'll show you, I don't know where to start really, but he does come with a lightsaber accessory right here, just a hilted lightsaber, which you can replace and you can take off. He does have a normal lightsaber, which is really light blue. I don't know how it picks up on camera, but it is definitely blue, just not the bluiest blue. And then there is his lightsaber there, and then the end does come off. It's actually really pointy. These little knobs are super pointy, but you can pull that off. That way you can get it into certain hand grips. Right now he's just got fists on, which is what he comes with in the packaging. But he's pretty cool overall. I love his robes. They look great. They're all made out of a really thin material, so it allows the figure to move underneath them, which is very handy. His belt accessories are all very detailed. His belt looks like it can be removed if you take the figure apart, but everything is very detailed. Nothing does open though, so keep that in mind. There. So there he is. He can go into a lot of different positioning. We've kind of talked about this before if you've seen my other Figuarts videos, but definitely Black Series honestly is getting more comparable to these guys. Their articulation has really been bumped up, and so it's making these a little bit less, I guess, sought after in a way, because they're catching up on the figures they're making. You know, I have a Mace Windu, but they're supposed to be making a Black Series Mace Windu, I think, or did I make that up? Well, I know for sure General Grievous. But anyways, he's got a couple different kinds of articulation that are different. Like I mentioned before, he's got a ball in here that helps the figure go up all the way there without having a pin joint. So that is really nice for display reasons. You can't really see the joints at all. And so some people have complaints about being able to see joints, and that takes care of that. Also, with this being a Jedi, it's more likely, you know, to see the folds and be willing to accept that in terms of like where the joints cut out. You could just consider a fold if you would. But he does have some on the back of his legs as well, and then his toes bend. So he's got toe articulation, ankle articulation, knee, hip, shin, torso. He's got shoulders, and his shoulder's in like a pull-out socket, so you actually can adjust his shoulder a little bit to get it as high as you want for the most part. So he's got a shoulder ball joint and then a shoulder joint a little bit below it, like right here. So one here and one here, and then elbows and wrists are on a ball hinge. They're a little bit delicate though, and then the neck is on a ball hinge at the bottom and then a ball hinge at the top, but Obi-Wan's hair actually impairs that, which is kind of a bummer. But looking at the sculpt itself for Obi-Wan, I definitely think they could have done better. I don't know how really it picks up on camera, but it's not really a likeness to Ewan McGregor. like I'm wanting. I thought that the Obi-Wan, the episode 1 Obi-Wan, they did a little bit better with, and I don't know the order that these figures came out in, but this one seems to be subpar compared to that one. His hair is a really interesting color. They definitely have given it some like gold tones to it. It's just supposed to be brown, but maybe to get a more depth is what I'm thinking. But the haircut's good, the styling's good, the face from far away is fine, but close up doesn't really remind me of Ewan McGregor, to be honest. And then he's got this other face, which I'm looking at it, and it is just so, I mean, it's barely any different. He just looks maybe a little bit more concentrated, a little bit more angry. But they're hand painted, you can tell the hair has different texture and color. So I thought that was interesting, but I almost feel like this face looks a little bit more like Ewan McGregor than this face, so I might change him out when I do my actual display, my long-term display of these guys. But overall, I think they're great. For the most part, I mean, this one here was fairly priced. Some of them are really, really expensive, and so keep that in mind. But like I said, honestly, the Black Series is really catching up to these figures, so, I mean, if you're thinking about doing them, you know, you might want to weigh that option that Black Series could potentially, I mean, weigh the same. These always probably will have more detail, but if you're on a budget, I'd say stick with Black Series. But these are fantastic. I love the poses you can get them in, and of course the accessories and the different hands and whatnot is really where you can benefit from these figures. But I'll go ahead and post pictures of kind of a couple different poses. And yeah, so pretty versatile. I'm excited to display him with the others. Guys, if you want to check out my other Figuarts figures, I have a playlist for them down on my YouTube channel on playlist and a folder for Figuarts, so you can look at those as well that I have gotten. So anyways, let me know what you think about this guy in the comments below, and as always, have a fantastic day. Thank you.